Hi, Cherie Fogarty here, founder of Creating My Best Life and Habit Gratitude for Kids, where we show you how to get happier and more grateful children and be happier and more grateful yourself. And the tip for the last week of 2014 to bring more gratitude and happiness into your life, into your children's lives, and into your home is to review 2014 and make a list of everything that you're grateful for throughout the year. Things big and small. There's nothing too small to be grateful for. So not just the big things, but also the small things. And you're going to have your children do this too. People, places, things, opportunities, things that you got to do, goals that you accomplished, anything and everything that you can think of in 2014 to celebrate, to appreciate, and to be grateful for, you're going to commit to writing this week. So how are you going to do this? It's super simple. If you're already keeping a gratitude journal, go ahead and put it right in the gratitude journal if you want. If your children are, have them do the same thing. You can just grab any blank notebook or journal or anything. Super simple. The point is to do this, not to make it fancy. And just, make a list in there and keep it handy and keep reviewing it. It's a great bad mood buster. It's a great place to look when you think things are going so badly. Look back and think, wow, I really had a lot to be grateful for last year. And it's a great tool for your children as well. Or literally just take a few, this is what I did. I just took a few pieces of paper and stapled them together and just wrote a list because I wanted to keep it out on the counter for a few weeks and then I'll eventually put it in the drawer next to my desk as a reminder of everything that was great in 2014 to expect even greater things in 2015. Not bigger and better things necessarily, but more gratitude and happiness. All of the things, my goal is always to have more gratitude and happiness. That's what I teach in my life, in my children's lives, and in yours and your children's lives, and in homes wherever, we can get it. Because the happier and more grateful we all are, the better it is for us, for our children, and for the world. So take stock of everything that was great in 2014. Have your children take stock of everything that was great in 2014. It trains your mind, it trains their minds, more importantly, to look for things to be grateful for and appreciate. So many of the things you might come up with for 2014, you might have not even, thought of or remembered as things to be grateful for during the year. And certainly your children, there were plenty of things they probably didn't appreciate. We all take things for granted, whether it's the dishwasher, the washing machine, whether it's all the sports and activities and opportunities you give your children, just buying them school supplies. I mean, yes, they might have said thank you, but they really appreciate it and we're grateful for them. So the teachers, everything that they learned, coaches. So there are so many things for all of us. Health and wellness to be grateful for, for us, for our loved ones. And so just, the sky's the limit. Just brainstorming, keep adding to it this week. This isn't something you or your children have to sit down and do in one sitting. And in fact, the first time, sit down, brainstorm, write as many things as you want, but then be sure to keep adding to the list, throughout the next week and, beyond if you'd like. So it's something super simple and fun. Your kids can also put pictures in this and make it a real art project, but it's something that's fun for the whole family. You can review your pages, your journals together, and maybe you'll inspire more ideas on what you each were grateful for and help you think of other things. And just one quick note, this was interesting because when I came up for this idea before I shot the video, I told the kids, I said, this is what we're going to do for this last week in December, and isn't it great? We're going to think about all the things we were grateful for in 2014. And my 16-year-old, who's frankly the last person I would have thought would have come up with this on her own, and then my 14-year-old simultaneously yell out, oh, we already did that. And I, even though I teach this and have been teaching this to them for 10 plus years, it was still a little shocking to hear that they had done this all on their own before I even made it a weekly tip. And they did it differently and in different ways, but the point was they had both taken time, my 16-year-old with her friends, which was even more surprising. They had all sat down and were journaling, and I guess that's what inspired her to do it, and writing about all of the great things about 2014, all of the great things that happened. And again, when you write about the great things that happen, take a minute and feel grateful for them, because sometimes it's easier, like for my daughter, she wrote down things that were great about 2014, and that's wonderful. Do that. Have your kids do that. It's maybe easier for them to conceptualize everything that they loved or was great about 2014. Then take a minute and say, wow, those are things we should really be grateful for and appreciate, and make the connection between gratitude and appreciation and happiness and things that they loved. And then my 14-year-old, who's super creative and thinks her brain works entirely differently than mine, which is why I love everything she creates, because it's just so unique to me and different than anything I would have done. Came down and showed me this, of course, very artsy and artistic way that she had compiled everything from her favorite songs and songs that she loved and things she was grateful for, and, you know, friends and all of her best things in 2014. And it was just amazing to me. And I guess, you know, just a reminder to us all that sometimes we think we say the same things over and over. We teach our children these things. We keep instilling in them character, including gratitude. And they are listening. And this was just a reminder to me. And I'm sharing it with you because I know sometimes, especially teaching them something like gratitude, seems like it's in one ear and out the other, and it's an uphill battle all the time because of society, and especially the holiday season where everybody's getting gifts and, you know, more. But they do listen. They do pay attention. And the fact that my 16-year-old and 14-year-old did this on their own is proof once again to me. You know, many times things like this have happened, but not quite at this, you know, level on the same day that I created a tool and tip. But they do listen. They do hear you. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't. I wish that it did. I wish there were a magic bullet that made us and our children in the world more grateful, more appreciative, and happier, but there isn't. It's slow and steady. We have to continually keep trying new tools and ideas, and remember each and every day, as much as possible, and some days are definitely better than others for us and for our children, to be more grateful and appreciative, which makes us happier. So I just wanted to share that personal note with you. They are listening. They do hear us. So keep up the good work. It's worth it for you and for your children, for the family and for the world, to bring more gratitude and happiness into your life. So I hope you liked this tip. And in the comments below, I'd love to hear from you, and let me know what 3 things you're most grateful for in 2014. And if you want to share with your children's permission, of course, what they were grateful for, we'd love to hear from them and from you as well. Remember, as always, knowing this and doing this, learning this tip, hearing it, thinking it's a great idea, but actually doing it, putting it into action and writing these things down are 2 very different things. So be sure, especially this last tip of 2014, be sure to do it with your family, because it's fun, it's easy, and it really shows your gratitude and appreciation for the year, but also sets the stage for even more gratitude and happiness and appreciation in 2015. So thank you so much for being with me as much as you've been this year. If you're just starting, welcome. If you've been with me all year, thank you so much for being here. And I cannot wait for an amazing 2015. And I personally am so grateful and appreciative for everything that has happened for me, for my family, and for people I know and love in 2014. So thank you for the great 2014 that we had. And remember, we can have happier, more grateful children. We can be happier, more grateful ourselves, and we can, and we are changing the world, one child and one family at a time, starting with our own. Thank you so much for being here, for watching, and I will see you next year.